The 2025 NASCAR Cup Series season officially kicks off this Sunday out in Daytona for the Daytona 500, the biggest race of the NASCAR calendar, if you will. And it's going to be very exciting. We're seeing new faces and new places, teams that broke apart last year, had all the drivers dispersed. I'm talking about Stewart-Haas Racing, Briscoe in the 19, Gregson in the 4, Priest in the 60, and Barry in the 21. Those 4 drivers got 4 really good rides, if you will, and it's going to be interesting to see how the season goes on with them and also other drivers throughout the grid. But today I'm here to give y'all my full-on predictions for the Daytona 500, and we're also going to have a weekly guest pick, and I will talk more about that later on, but stay tuned for that. But enough said here, and on to the intro we go. Winning the 2025 Daytona 500 is going to be the 34 car of Todd Gilliland. It is not Michael McDowell this year. He has gone over to Spire Motorsports, but Todd Gilliland now is the senior driver, if you will, the oldest or the most tenured driver in the NASCAR Cup Series at front row. He has been there since 2022, where he had his rookie campaign, which I believe was a success in the next-gen car that debut year. Fast forward to 2023, he has sponsorship issues. In 2024 was actually a really good year, probably the best year of his Cup career. And I believe he is getting closer and closer to getting his first career win. And I believe it's going to happen out at the Daytona International Raceway this Sunday night in the 500. But there you go there. Denny Hamlin will come home in second place. Denny Hamlin and Super Speedways is a really good duo. He's really good at these kind of tracks. He knows when to play his cards, if you will. And what I mean by this, when to be competitive and when to race up front, because he will, as a few other drivers, in particular, Josh Berry has been known to do this, just ride around and log laps in when it really doesn't matter, because you're not going to win the race on lap 100. You're going to win it on lap 200, or maybe if there's a caution, maybe beyond 200. But you get the point, though. There's no need to go full 100% early on like some of these drivers do, and that's going to cost a couple of big ones, but Hamlin's going to play it smart and avoid it all, and he will come home in second place. Third place, though, is going to be Ryan Blaney in the 12 car. Ryan Blaney in Daytona is just a good combination. He's always competitive here. He has won here multiple times, or one time, I guess you could say. But yeah, Blaney's a good driver here, so you can never count him out. And there you go there. Ty Gibbs coming home in 4th place. Not a good look in the Clash. Missed it. But the last chance qualifier, getting a little heated, running into a car, getting airborne. He knows better than this. But he's going to rebound for a top 5 in Daytona to start off the 2025 campaign. But yeah, not a good look in the old Bowman Gray Stadium out in the Clash. It was interesting. 5th place is going to be Zane Smith in the 38 car. And my dark horse is going to be Chris Buescher in the 17. But we're going to have a lot of open cars. And there's going to be some drivers that go home that actually deserve a spot in the field. Jimmie Johnson and Martin Truex Jr., 2 past champions of the sport of NASCAR, are not guaranteed into the race. But Indianapolis 500 winner, multiple-time race winner, Helio Castroneves is. What sense does that make? That don't make any damn sense at all. He is getting special treatment. I know if he goes and becomes the 41st car in the field Sunday, that Trackhouse won't get any money at all. But I would much rather see a past-time champion like Jimmie Johnson or Truex get that spot. I ultimately think they will get it on speed, and so will Castroneves. But giving Castroneves an automatic bid in the 500 is just pure insanity. There's no place for it. He hasn't earned his right like Johnson or Truex has. It'd be like saying Jimmie Johnson or Martin Truex Jr. going over to the Indianapolis 500 and getting an automatic bid. That won't bode well with IndyCar fans. And why the hell is it boding well with NASCAR fans? I don't get that, and it's so frustrating. But yeah, it's just a sore subject, and they're going to get in, but I would really hate to see it come down to the 41st entry for Castroneves, because that would be awful for the sport. Like I mentioned earlier in the intro, we're going to have a special guest pick a race winner each and every single weekend throughout the 2025 season. Sometimes it will change, sometimes it won't. But for the Daytona 500, we got Brian T. Hill, and we all know he's a 2311 Racing and a Denny Hamlin fan. But for the Daytona 500, he is going to side with Tyler Reddick in the 45 car. He sees that Tyler Reddick has been improving ever since he has joined the team, and this may be his year. So could it be for Hamlin and maybe Bubba Wallace? We'll see about that. But I like Reddick here. He's a good pick. I just think he's one of the drivers that plays his cards too soon in super speedways, so it may come back to haunt him. But he did win Talladega a year ago, so who knows? I may be wrong, but we'll see how things go here. So Tyler Reddick is the special guest pick of the week. What do you think about my predictions and Brian's picks? Comment down below, and please like and subscribe.